Good afternoon. I'm Michael Oakes. I serve as the Vice President for Research here at the University of Minnesota. Thank you for staying and hearing these vital remarks to this whole conference. I understand that my friend and colleague Jacob Tolar offered opening remarks, and next time if we do it, I'd like to go first. It's never fun to follow him. I know I'm between you and your airplane or your beer or just hanging out, so I'm going to be kind of brief. I've been able to watch the conference on Zoom, so first, thanks for doing that. That was just downright amazing. I could get some work done and still pay attention, so I'm grateful. Let me point out that the University of Minnesota, as part of my job, is a leading American research university. We're doing over $1 billion now in outside awards, and that's pretty amazing. And I say American Research University as a noun. I just want to remind us that what's special here is we have students involved in research. And I think that's such a really interesting and, well, for me, an ideal model. We're a big, crazy campus. We're doing over 20 startups a year and all kinds of interesting disclosures. And some of you know about this. At the behest and requirement of my boss, President Gable, we try to do some new things in the innovation research area. I have now in my office this thing called the Innovation Impact Framework, which is trying to get the entire research administration apparatus to think more about supporting impacts, not only in the academy, but outside the academy. And this is just sort of baked into everything we do. We started a new corporate engagement center recently, and this is to better coordinate research activity with our big corporate partners and, of course, startups. Pretty soon, we're going to start breaking ground on some land over here. We call it Innovation Corridor, and the first building will be in East Gateway. And this is going to be sort of an incubator site, so we're super excited about that. And then I've sort of tried to let loose my tech commercialization team. These business-oriented folks, I'm just sort of take the bridle off them and let them run. This is all to say that I think that the role of a modern research university is ripe for being updated. So we've always done some more recently innovative research. We're doing interdisciplinary research. I think one of the things I'm hearing from this conference that I've been talking about for a little while is becoming a problem-solving institution. And the goal is to solve problems in the brain, solve problems in the community, and so forth. And so I just lay that out as all the different kinds of folks in this conference are working together. I think you're working together to solve problems of basic science and applied therapies and so forth. And I think that's exactly right, and it's where I want to sort of lead the institution in the future. I can't not say that we're grateful for the state of Minnesota's funding, the MinDrive program that I see a banner out front, super important. And I think it's really important to talk about the kind of ecosystem that, well, you all represent and that we're trying to build. This is big, small companies. This is national defense groups. This is obviously healthcare systems, startups of all forms, and, of course, the Standard University. And being a partner in the ecosystem, I think, is what the goal is for me. We're doing other stuff here at the university. We have the new Masonic Institute for Developing Brain. Some of you might know if you go down River Road, it's the old Masonic building, and that's a super exciting place. In addition, over there, we have a new Health Sciences Education Center, which is just a spectacular building. But at the moment, we also have a request in front of the state legislature to get money, a bonding bill, to support what we call the Health Discovery Hub. And if funded, and I'm somewhat optimistic, this will give us an opportunity to do new neurologic and psychiatric clinical research and develop an area that we call an innovation lab. All of this is to say this fits with the conferences I've understood it today. I honestly don't understand all the science a little bit, but it's fascinating. So if you get a chance to talk to the legislators, say, support the university. In any case, I wanted to thank you for your amazing work. I got to listen to a lot of the conference. I'm really excited. I just want to say I think you're doing it right, and thank you for being here at the University of Minnesota. Have a great day.
So as Tay said, I'm John Osborn. I'm in the Department of Surgery here, and I will be the chair for the meeting next year. So I want to talk a bit about that, and I'm waiting to see some slides. There we go. So typically, as you all know, when we talk about neuromodulation, we think about Okay, let me make sure I get this right. Let's go. Oh, you are? Next, please. Thank you. We talk about typically the brain, and next, we talk about the spinal cord. That's 90, 95, 99% of what we talk about. Next year, we're going to move on and over, click, to talk about the peripheral nerves. So I know the brain is important for consciousness, the seat of the soul, those kinds of things, but it also regulates the organs in your body. And that's involved in regulating many, many functions. Next. So what you see up here is an illustration of the autonomic nervous system. So we're going to focus on peripheral nerves next year. Next. So I caught Dean Toller's introductory lecture. We talked about the origins of using electricity with electric fish on the head and things like that. This field has stolen the term or used the term electroceuticals or next bioelectronic medicine to define focusing on the peripheral nervous system. So don't get mad at me for that, but that's the terms that are used now. Next. So I think pretty much everyone here caught Stavros' talk yesterday about vagal nerve modulation. Fantastic talk, and really an introduction to what this field's about. So there's the vagus nerve, the largest autonomic nerve in the body, both sides, 100,000 fibers in each one. That is a target for modulation, but if you look at all those other organs, and in yellow, the sympathetic nervous system, all of those are targets for neuromodulation. Next. So very simply, if we use the heart as an example, most organs in the body have a sympathetic and parasympathetic innervation that are physiologically antagonistic. Next. Next. So we say the heart was used for pacemakers developed here at the University of Minnesota. That would be an electroceutical. Next. So an example in the heart we can all relate to, sympathetic increases heart rate. Next. Parasympathetic decreases it. Next. And there are sensory nerves that go back up and modulate all of that. Next. Every organ in the body pretty much has that organization, almost every organ in the body. And back to the comments by Jeff Kramer earlier, homeostasis, the autonomic nervous system is critical to maintaining all of these functions in homeostasis. Next. Here's where we get into the disease mechanisms. All of these diseases and more are associated with the chronic activation of the sympathetic system and inhibition of the parasympathetic system. And treating these diseases, this is a huge global health burden, right, when you look at all of these chronic diseases. Next. So with that introduction and a little primer there, next year the focus will be on autonomic peripheral neuromodulation. We're not putting it together now. I'm going to tell you we are. We've already started. We have the Minnesota Consortium for Autonomic Neuromodulation has recently developed and based here that I'm directing. We're organizing the meeting. We have a website that's just now been put together. It's very basic, but you can contact me there. And so pay attention for development for next year. Looking forward to see you for that. Okay, thank you. On to the poster awards.
Okay, so I want to thank, on behalf of the Center for Neuroengineering and Hubert, who's my co-director for the center, we hosted this, and so there's been a tremendous amount of support. I first want to thank the chairs, Ben Hayden and Alec Widge. I think they put together a phenomenal lineup of speakers, so let's give them a round of hand. We've had tremendous support from the sponsors this year and the past few years to really keep this, affordable, and we've paid for 12 student awardees, travel awardees to come and come visit from other places. So we really appreciate that, and we also have some money to give away for prize awards. So that's all care of our sponsors. And of course, I want to name Medtronic and Spire, who are our diamond level sponsors, and Surtech and Abbott, who are platinum sponsors, and all of our sponsors who I can't name them all, but were just tremendous in helping us. So I also want to thank Ellie and Carrie, who are the ones who did a lot of the day-to-day work in all of this. And without them, I could not have done this. This would not have happened. And so I give you guys just a token thank you. And one is from my wife picked out, and the one I picked out. So Carrie gets the one that my wife picked out. And I'm sorry, Ellie, but you get the one that I liked. So, thank you. Thank you, you guys. So, and last couple things. We also have a weekly seminar series in the Center for Neuroengineering, and monthly we have the North Star. You've probably seen some of the emails. Fantastic speakers, so we can continue this throughout the year. They're all video so that you can see them. We try to make them all available online afterwards, except for when the speakers are unable to do that. So without any further ado, let's put up the poster awards. So we have, I think, 6 awards so we're naming them kind of arbitrarily, and I'm sorry, after the different sponsors, our diamond and platinum level sponsors. And so next slide. Blair Vale is our first $100. So is Blair here? I'm not going to ask people to come down. I told Sue we're going to do photographs, but I think at this point, stay where you are. Is Blair here? Yeah? Wave your hand. Blair, congratulations, Blair. Next one. The next one's Renata Sahat. Renata, where are you? Thank you, Renata. And I collaborate with Renata, so very pleased. She's also a MinDrive Neuromodulation Fellow, so congratulations. Next one. Bethany. Bethany, are you here? Yay, Bethany! So we'll be sending you guys $200 thanks to who's the supporter on this? Abbott is on this one. Abbott. Okay, and the next one. Evan. Evan, this is unbelievable. Evan is just joined the university, and he's just a first-year grad student, just joined Alec Widge's lab. He already published a paper from the work he did while on a rotation in my lab, and he didn't join my lab. I will always harass him for that. So, okay, Evan, congratulations. We're sending you $300. And the Surtech Award. Next one. And Taylor Berger from Alex Opitz's lab. Taylor, are you here? Taylor's been here the entire time, so congratulations. And you're going to see a theme. Our number 1 poster award winner is Ji Zhao, also from Alec Widge's lab. Did I say Alex Opitz's lab? Yes, so both from Alex Opitz's lab, our 2 top awards. Is she here? Okay. Well, congratulations. You know, he forfeits his $500. No, we'll send it to him. Okay, and we have 2 postdoc awards. Next one. So Mark Connolly is the Inspire. Mark is from. Mark, are you here?
I work with him, and he's probably on a plane now. But he said I could accept his award for it.
Okay, yeah, and you want it in cash, right? and you're at Emory, that's right. Yeah, so congratulations, fantastic job. And last, Camille. So another MinDrive winner. Is Camille here? Okay, we will, if you're outside the university, we'll be asking for all of your information to mail you a check. If you're inside the university, we will be sending that to you in different ways. So, but we will get the money to you. So thank you so much. In cheese curds. It will be in cheese curds. Equivalent dollar amount in cheese curds. Okay, thank you guys. Thanks so much. Come back next year.